What a mad gun.
So it's a self-titled album, and it's the band and self-titled album is Blind Melon.
Interesting.
And it just the folky rock totally fucked with me. It was just mesmerizing, and the one song that absolutely triggered me hard. I mean, Soak the Sun is a fucking amazing song. First song off the album, but track 4, and I think everybody, if you don't know Blind Melon, you'll know this song, and that is No Rain. By Blind Melon. Fucking amazing song. And even if you're not a Blind Melon fan, or you don't even know who Blind Melon is, but you might know the song, you'll always know some of the lyrics to that song. When it comes on, you'll be like, right. You'll always know. So that, it was just an album that kind of, when I was in year 6 and going, fuck, I've never heard this kind of folky music. So, like, if you get in a theme that I've got a very intertwined music loves. I'm kind of at both ends of the spectrum. I can go from here to here very quickly. I'm not boxed in. But Blind Melon, self-titled Blind Melon. And if you don't know what it is, it's the album with the girl with the glasses in the bee outfit.
That's right.
And the bee costume. Right. Yep. And he died many years ago from the lead singer died. I think it was an overdose. I'm pretty sure. Surprise me. No, yeah. Your next one.
My next one. Now, you probably, I don't know if you'll know this one, but this one for me is always, it's stuck with me since the first time I heard it, and I can't not get just ridiculously excited whenever I hear this album. It's from, my favorite band is it's Rust in Peace by Megadeth.
Oh, I don't know if this is going to make you jealous or not, but I actually saw Megadeth do that whole entire album.
You went to the Rust in Peace tour, didn't you?
Yeah.
You bastard! You fucking bastard!
And I met Mr. Mustang as well. I've met him.
Oh God, I hate you.
Do you remember that? It was like a one-off concert in Sydney called No Sleep Till Sydney.
Yep.
And A Day to Remember, which is my favourite band ever, A Day to Remember. They were there. You had Megadeth, you had Parkway Drive, you had more than War. What are those guys that dress up like the fucking like the demons and everything?
Yeah.
I can't remember, but there's like blood. Blood comes out of there like guitars and everything. They were there. Fucking amazing.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah. Gwar, is it Gwar? Gwar? Yeah.
Yeah, something. Yeah.
They were there, but I happened to be in the tent where Megadeth was playing, and Mr. Dave himself walked in and stood right next to me, and I didn't even notice for like a full 2 minutes, and he was watching Parkway Drive.
Oh shit!
And I looked to the side of me, and I was like, "Oh, hey man." He's like, "G'day man, how are you?" And we started talking, and I was like, he goes, "Oh, just stay quiet. I don't want everyone to know I'm here." I was like, "That's cool, man." That's so fucking cool. I was talking to him and like that, and I dared not ask him any Metallica questions. I couldn't bring myself to ask him any Metallica questions.
Yeah, it's one of those sort of just those taboo topics you bring up with fucking Mustaine.
But one of my favorite my favorite Megadeth song has got to be "Sweating Bullets." I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's just, just, hello, it's me again.
You can't subdue but never tame me.
Yeah, it's fun. I just love how crazy that song is.
Yeah.
But great choice. Great choice.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, man. I still love that album to this day. It was during the time when I was sort of really delving into the whole metal thing, because before that, for me, metal pretty much ended at Metallica at that point. And then a friend of mine sort of introduced me to Megadeth, chucked on, I think the first song I ever heard was Hangar 18. And hearing the way how explosive that starts, and that literally blew my dick off. Like, I wasn't ready for it. And it was blew my mind. It was fucking incredible. And then I just went down the rabbit hole and listened to the whole discography. I still do it now. I still can't get over it.
Let's sidebar it for a second. We're well over time, but I'm going to allow, because this is a very special episode, so we will go longer.
Awesome.
Because I want to ask you all my questions that I normally ask people, but we're already at an hour. But we're having
I'm
so
waiting
much
for
fun.
it.
We're having so much fun. I'll keep it going. You will be my longest episode ever. There you go.
Yes.
Sidebar it. Favorite metal song of all time.
Oh man!
And while you think about that, I'll give you mine.
Go for it.
It's something that you might not agree with, but it plays on me, and I love it. It's Number of the Beast.
Oh hell yeah! That's a fucking great track.
Number of the Beast.
That is a fucking great track.
And then if you call them metal, I it's more rock, I guess.
Rock, but power metal.
Yeah, and then also another song. I think. They're in a weird situation. This band, another song I'm about. This band is in a weird block because they can be considered pub rock. They can be considered called rock. They could be considered metal. Depends on what kind of song. But AC/DC's Hell's Bells.
Oh hell yeah! 100%. Such a fucking banger of a track.
That song just raises hairs on the back of the neck whenever you hear those bells toll.
Dude.
And you're like, oh, fuck, I'm going to be ruining my voice singing this.
And you probably get the same feeling I do, because I'm just going to assume that you've seen them live multiple times, and as soon as that bell starts, you lose your fucking shit.
I fart and a little bit of shit comes out. I'm that excited.
Pretty much, I die in all aspects. I shit myself and have a heart attack at the same time. Everything fails.
I lose all bodily functions.
Everything failing.
You just got to wear. So I've decided that every time I go to an AC/DC concert, I'm going to wear Depends. So there you go. Depends. If you hear this,
or just do the old
sponsor me, please.
Tuck your pants into your socks.
Sponsor me. So rest in peace. All right, so is it my go?
Yep, go for it, man.
All right, so this is another one. So this is after years of being in, you could say, the punk scene or the pop punk. So I've been listening to Blink-182, honorable mentions, Dookie, Green Day, and Dude Ranch, Blink-182.
Yep,
they're what I was listening to. That's what I was totally into. Then, and that's all I never really wanted to move away from that. Like, that's where I was. That's where I was staying. New music was like that until I heard this album. And again, it was another mind blown. And it won't blow everybody's mind. But it had this effect on me because I was like, wow, this music is fucking amazing. Like, this is still called punk, or this is still in that kind of genre, but they've just gone another level. And that was In Love and Death by The Used.
Ooh. Oh, fuck.
I know you're you're not a big Used fan.
But I am, but I'm not, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But that album,
the first track of that album, where you hear the guy talking about, what is life, blah, blah. This is a message from God, blah, blah. And then you hear the gun just fucking cock, and then bang. Like, I was like, whoa. And I still remember, this is how you know what an album, this is how you know an album has touched you, when you can still remember exactly where you were and what you were fucking doing when you heard the album. So I had heard a lot of people talking about The Used and everything like that. Oh, you got to get into them, blah, blah, blah. So I went down and bought the album. I just went and bought it. And I was out in the front of my house in my car, and I whacked it on and played the first album, and I just sat there in my car going, holy fuck, this shit is fucking on another level. This is completely different to what I'm listening, but somewhat same message, but done in a completely fucking... And that was my introduction to, if you would say, hardcore, post-hardcore emo. Because from there I went to, you know, probably one of the most amazing fucking albums ever, which is The Black Parade by My Chemical Romance.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
And then, you know, from there I moved on, and then where I am today with A Day to Remember, Violent Soho, fucking, you know, everyone. And so, yeah, that album had a massive impact on me, and then had a massive impact on my next album, which I will go through and talk to you about after your one.
Cool. Yeah, man. All right. What do you got? So for the last one, now, this one I kind of had just a recent epiphany of how much I love this album, because it sort of went under the radar for ages, and then was listening to it with Brad again. But we're just listening to tunes the other night, and we just chucked on the album like, holy fuck, I forgot how much I love this album. And that's Meteora by Linkin Park.
Oh,
dude,
you know that feeling when you get excited. You know that feeling when you get excited and your balls shrivel up. You just
that is the perfect description.
You just gave me that feeling just thinking of the amazing fucking tones of fucking Chester Benningfield screaming at me. Telling me to wake up. Telling me to, you know, it's time. It's fucking in the end. Oh,
yeah.
And that, you know, just what? Again,
the amount of bangers. Oh,
again,
me.
An album that totally changed the landscape of rock. And
definitely.
Was it rock? Was it metal? Was it rap? Was it what the fuck was it? It was like a fusion that people were like, you had. It was such an amazing album. It brought rap and metal and rock together. Like you had
exactly.
You know, if you were a rocker or a metal person, you wouldn't talk to somebody who was into rap. Like you're fucking pussy hairbands or fucking baggy. But this brought everyone together, and they were like, "Fuck." I have not heard anybody that's turned around and said, anything by Linkin Park is shit.
Yeah. 100%. And that. Oh, man. I totally forgot how many fucking bangers are on that album. How many of their biggest hits are from that album. It's ridiculous.
What album was it again? Sorry?
Meteora. And you have, my personal favourite from that album, Numb. That song, holy fuck balls.
But do you remember when they brought out Hybrid Theory, and that was when everybody was just like, wow. Holy fuck.
I still remember back in the days when pretty much all your Saturday mornings consisted of was video hits. And then, possibly Rage beforehand. But I still remember seeing the film clip for One Step Closer for the first time and how gobsmacked I was by that song.
But listening to Hybrid Theory and then going from Hybrid Theory to Meteora, and you're like, how are they going to do even better than Hybrid Theory to this new album? And then it was just like a different game changer. It was like another step up. And you're like, holy fuck. And the songs and, balls shriveled.
Dude,
that's all I'm saying. And God bless, and God rest his soul.
Yeah, 100%.
God rest his soul. Fucking, you've got me there. You've got me there.
What have you got, man?
Look, I don't have anything as good as, you know, I haven't got anything ball shivering. But this is another one. This is another one that just had an impact on me greatly. And you might not know these guys at all, so this might be new to you. But this would be A Day to Remember is my favorite band. These guys are probably tied.